G'day, ZiggyD here with some Diablo 3 news. So, a little while ago I talked about some rumblings that Diablo 3 was being tested on unspecified consoles, and I was talking a bit about whether that would be the Xbox or whether it would be the PS3. Well, now we have the official announcement that Diablo 3 is coming to the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. So I don't really know what they're going to be changing over for the PlayStation 4 release. But for now, it's planned for both PS3 and PS4, and features quite a few changes. Now, there's a fair bit of drama surrounding this in the old Diablo 3 community, as you pretty much expect whenever any sort of Diablo 3 announcement happens, but basically, this was something that we knew about. They said in 2011 that they had planned a console port for Diablo 3 right from the very outset, and then more recently we heard about them actually testing it internally, so I was pretty sure that it was only a matter of time before it happened. The thing that I wasn't sure about would be what console it released on, and how they'd get around things like RMT on those consoles. See, Microsoft isn't very friendly with RMT in its games on their console system over their Xbox Live system, so maybe that's why it hasn't gone to Xbox. Maybe they've been able to cut a deal with Sony where they are able to have RMT, or maybe they're completely doing away with the RMT on the console versions. There's really not too much detail on that side of things at the moment, so that's only something we can speculate about for now. However, there are some interesting points to look at in this system. The game will be including a lot of the newer updates like the Paragon system and Monster Power and all those sorts of things, pretty much everything we have up to this point, and it seems like they will be releasing patches and updating the game alongside the PC version. However, there are quite a few changes, so the main one is the UI changes. Now, I speculated earlier that the UI for Diablo 3 was already fairly well designed for console, like you had an appropriate number of skills and things like that that would port over well to the controller, and that a lot of different aspects of the game would work well on the console. And this is probably where a lot of the drama is coming from. People are saying that, the reason Diablo 3 is bad was because it was designed for consoles initially. It is a console game on PC, that's why it's terrible. Well, I don't know about any of that. I'll leave that sort of little rumblings up to you guys to decide, but there are some significant differences. So let's go take a look at some pictures here. As you can see, they've removed a lot of the UI elements from the game into the console version and replaced it with very simplified versions of the minimap, health bar, and the skill system there. The next one that I thought was pretty interesting was the traditional inventory system and inventory Tetris, although that was already pretty reduced in Diablo 3, has been completely removed, now changed by this, replaced by this simple inventory system, like a scroll through 11 out of 60 slot style inventory system. And then in your inventory here, you've got it's sort of a circle menu basically, where you can point the analog in a direction, and it'll show what type of gear is equipped in that slot and what type of gems you can put into that gear and things like that. So then I imagine you use like R1, L1 or something to move between your skills and party and things like that. Also in the Waypoint, we've got a little screenshot of the Waypoint menu here, which has also been, console-ified, made to look pretty sleek, sort of like a lot of RPGs that we see on the console. It sort of reminds me of how their menu systems usually play out. So there's not too much other information here, just that it would make its debut at the Boston Convention and Exhibition Center in March 22 and 24, so you can check that out and see how the game plays on the console then. So that's not too far off at all. They've obviously been working pretty hard on getting this out for console over the past few months and that sort of thing. Overall, I think them releasing for consoles now is a good thing. The last action RPG that I saw played on a console was rubbish. It was terrible. There just exists no good game like this on consoles. So this would make Diablo 3 would make a fantastic console, no question about it. Whether or not the game has suffered because of its, being planned for consoles initially, I'll leave that up to you guys. Maybe you guys can tell me your thoughts on that in the comments below. Anyway, that's pretty much it for now. We're just holding out for a bit more information on any other things like the RMT and whether there'll be an offline mode. I think that there probably will be an offline mode. There's no firm words about it in here or anything else that I could find, but I've heard a lot of people talking about there being an offline mode, and I would expect, it being a console game, that would be something Blizzard would have to compromise on to be able to allow it to come out on the console. So I think we probably will be seeing a single-player offline mode on consoles. But yeah, we'd just have to wait until probably March 22 to 24 to find out. for sure about things like that. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the Diablo 3 port to consoles in the comments below. That's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.